We are moving spare parts markets in Lagos to the east. Igbo traders, say, I'm sure they think they are hurting Lagos by doing so. It's not by hurting Lagos by doing so. It is for their own safety. But I just feel that, just like we have some people who are tearing their Nigerian passports. When you are angry and if you are not even careful and if you take decision under anger, this is what it will result to. But I believe that maybe some people who do not even have a much stake in Lagos, they might as well do that. But I believe some of them who are already rooted, who have everything of their thing in Lagos, they go nowhere. Because I know that that is the tactic that they are just trying to push them to that level. And I could remember to also in the north, most of the time like that, when they come with their madness, because I call it madness, they will say, Igbo, leave, go to your this, go to your that, this and this and that. And most of the time, the Igbo leaders or Igbo people in the southeast will be telling their people, please come back home, come back home. And the people will just be reluctant that, no, they can't come home, that they lived all their life, everything they have, is in that place. And that place is like home for them. How would they not come back to Southeast? They would be like strangers and all of that. But people now say, is that more important than your life? At times, if you are not in the shoe, or if you are not in that position, you'll not be able to understand people better. But you, from the other side, you are just being, you are just having empathy or sympathy towards them. Thinking of how they are going to be feeling. But I just believe that they are the ones living there, so they know the terrain. Anything could happen at any time. But for them to now start all over again, who is going to buy their property? Okay, let's even assume that some people have really bought land, they've built house and what have you. If you want to live and you have somebody who is going to buy it, and when they know that maybe you are selling it under because of stress and because of whatever, they want to buy it at a cheaper rate, and that will not even all go away. So it's only unless you are going to be giving it out to that level. But I think it's not going to be easy like that. Yeah, like I said, it is so discouraging, so disheartening that at this age and time, this 2023, at this 21st century, and the politicians have already achieved what they wanted because they sold this narrative to a lot of gullible people. And somebody was saying, I listened to some people, on social media saying that, oh, blame the so-called politicians. And somebody was saying, no, don't blame the politicians. It's just like somebody, you want to do something and somebody just, prepare you to do it. It's not that you really, or maybe the things, that particular thing caught you on our ways, but because you have it in your mind that you wanted to do it, that is your kind of person. Some people might be, they might just be gullible, but when you look at this whole thing thoroughly, you know that these are hatreds that have been building over time. So they just needed somebody to bring it out, and they just swung into that action. But one thing I know is that to them, they feel that they have won, they've succeeded, and some of them will say, oh yes, we have taught them a lesson of their life. But you don't know that what you have done is going to haunt you forever. One of the Nollywood actors came out and said, 3 Yorubas are contesting for a position. It is Igbos, because it is not Igbos that they are the threat to them. Can you imagine such thing? Well, if they do, it is a win for those in Lagos to venture into spare parts business. Even US moved businesses out of Russia, and Russia created their version. There's now Russia version of a hamburger when where McDonald parks. Very true. People go just land that lucrative business. They keep long. Make them go. At least we show them how to do business for their villages. That is good initiative. You people think it is only in Lagos they do business, because you have not even traveled that. You don't even know what is happening elsewhere, and that is where they want to go. But I believe that some people might really want to live, but it's not really everybody. Ladipo will return to its original plan as a mega bus stop, just as it was planned in the 80s during Jakonde's time. Alaba is planned to be a green zone with trees and beautiful flower to adorn the Badagry Highway. It will return to its original purpose. Fashola closed Ladipo for months. Then, for sanitation offenses, it was Okorocha that came to beg on their behalf before it was opened. Why did they beg? Confuse people. They are only bluffing. The best of anything is in the West, and they know it. Many of them tried doing business in the East before running to Lagos. Even if you give them Biafra, I can bet it with you, the majority of them would not go. That is employment opportunity again for the indigenous of Lagos. Indigenous of Lagos, really? So why is it that they cannot do business? Why is it that it is another person that you want to you want to grab? If really they cannot do business in the southeast, you that you have the place, why is it that you have not been able? Let us even have a southwest market. What are southwest known for? You think it's everybody that can just venture into business and be doing it? It's not for everybody. The question is that if your place is so lucrative as you are claiming, why is it that we don't have people from the other side? Because when you check around the Lagos, majority of the markets, when you talk about big markets, they are the ones there. So why is it that our people do not have their own markets big as that? We're not talking of what they say, petty things. Well, the East that cannot open shops on Monday, who would go there to patronize them, or would they only cater for the local markets? The best decision ever, although some other sets of Igbos will rush in, Sha. That's another thing. When in fact there should be a plan to indigenize the subsector. Own good is very valid in this game. Okay, VAR won't even check it. Please hurry so that a development will come to Southeast and Lagos will be decongested. They are not hurting Lagos at all. Just leave them to do their thing. I don't understand what you want from them again. We are relocating as soon as possible. Okay, Aspanda Olu Alaba market to the southeast. Thank God they should move the Alaba International Market. I can't even wait for that to happen. Nature Abbott vacuum. I know 3 guys already wanting to venture into Ben Spa. So why is it that they can't do it? you see on serious people, why is it that you cannot do it? You have to wait for them to leave. What are the things that you have invented? What are the things that you are doing? You can imagine. These are the same people, they will just come and form a and form story. If you look at this whole thing very well, you know these politicians are very, very desperate. This issue of Lagos is no man's land. Don't be surprised that it is one of these so-called Southwest people that invented it, and people will be running with it. We are even saying it. We are even going back and forth. Why is it that the Elegushi said it? You didn't tell him to leave the throne. He said Lagos is not Yoruba land. You didn't tell him to leave the throne or to dethrone him either. See, these people, they are something else. They gave a damn Alaba free of charge. Which Igbo can do that for Yoruba in Igbo land? Because you don't travel. Because you don't travel, you don't know what is happening elsewhere. And the politicians will feed you with all manner of lies, and you will run with it. You will run with it. A Yoruba man is enough to stock the old shops of those unions with spare parts. These people are really funny. You are just elevating yourself onto nothing. That is exactly what you people want them to do. So that you take over their property. They won't even do that. I just believe that somebody just cooking up all these things. Just cooking all this. If you can do it, you should have started your own market somewhere. At least as the son of the soil. You should have started your own market somewhere else. Then let there be competition. Oh, these Southeast people. This is how they do their own. This is how we do our own. Why is it that you have not done that? What are the things that one can really say that you do in large scale? That you do import and export in large scale. I think that's the best word to use. That people can really point to. None. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this.